I'm going to call the Election Commission meeting to order. It is 12:08, and we are here to review and update, if needed, the procedures manual, which we looked at last week, and there have been some changes made. So what I will do is I will suggest that we go over them, and I will pull my old one out.
Thank you for doing all of this.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I do apologize. I meant to send it to you guys electronically ahead of time, but we had some other things coming up.
You just said that our ink. We didn't have time for that anyway.
I am leaving, like I said, I'm leaving tomorrow, and I tell you, these last 2 weeks, all I've been either at is meetings or something or other, trying to get everything closed up. So.
We should make this snappy so you can go home and relax.
Well, no, I have to finish packing. And you're gone a month, you take a few more things than you would if you're gone a week.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, absolutely. So
where are we starting?
Before you start, can I just say there is quite a bit of notes. However, what I did was I went through and I looked at all of the code, and most of them say correct code on it. And so I just wanted to make sure we had that note because there is a handful that are not correct.
Okay.
And so you'll see it says AMC, whatever it is, has been repealed or is not current or is not accurate, and then need new code reference. I just didn't have time to go and look at that, so I might give that project to somebody else to update those codes. But I have it on here, so that's those notes.
You thought to check them all.
yes, yes.
That was one of the things that was boggling me when I was looking back and forth at the regulation. I went, that doesn't match.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I didn't do that because I didn't have time, but I know it needs to be done.
I thought I was going to get confused, so I stopped.
Okay, well, we might as well start, page 2 just as the cover sheet, on page 3.
Is this a formal meeting, or are we going to have to swear in?
So the tape recorder is on. And so page 4 was just the table of contents. And I didn't know if that needed to be changed at all, so no? Okay. Okay, so starting on page 5 is the introduction. And we had a couple municipal codes mentioned there. And all of them, Amy has said all of them have the correct code. So there's really nothing we need to do on page 5. We had no recommendations anyway, so that one's okay. Yeah, I'm just going to write okay on the top of these myself. Okay, so now we're on page 6. We're moving along.
Can I interject here? Are you going to, once we've finished, are you going to then reprint these and we'll repost them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do that.
Okay.
I can make any edits that you have today,
Okay.
and then I can forward them on to you. And then if we need another meeting, then you guys can decide if we need another meeting. But otherwise, we should be good.
And I will be checking my email while I'm gone, so I certainly can look at it. Or if there's any comments.
Don't forget to pack your book.
I have 5 books I'm bringing. I plan to read all of them. Okay, so, like I said, page 5 was okay. We're on page 6. Page 6 up on the top, Amy's just said that the codes are correct on that first half of the page. On the second half of the page, we've got, that has been repealed and there's a new code reference, so that one's been taken care of. Then there was a new code reference on the second from the bottom, and then the last one. So basically on this page, all that was done was you check the codes.
Just the codes.
Yeah, that's correct. I checked the codes. However, the 2880.020, that's been repealed. And then I have this note, need new code reference. So that code has it. It's still in here, and it's incorrect, but that's just a project that...
Okay, so
I'll
this
get that
one
changed.
So we'll be looking for a new page on this.
So these two
code,
need a new code reference, which we don't have yet.
Okay.
Okay, so this needs to be updated. So I'm going to write mine updated or okay on the top. Okay. On page 7, on page 7, okay, so on page 7 up at the top, we were going to add a word. And we added that word. We're just missing a word up there. R2 work in
You've
teams
got
of 2.
this, and you've got it fixed. So. Excuse me. You have this absentee ballot envelope thing again. Are we still referring to absentee ballots?
Where are you looking?
All right at the top, page 7.
Absentee
catch.
ballots.
Absentee ballots envelopes.
Should be ballot singular, shouldn't it be?
Well, no,
When
I'm not-
rejected, questioned,
is it the term we were going to stick with, absentee ballots? When didn't we?
I
have a
think we were taking
wrangle about
questioned
that?
and absentee out, and we were only saying when reviewing rejected
Okay.
ballot envelopes because there
Okay.
were too many different kinds.
Got it.
So,
Just leave it then.
No, we're going to take questioned and absentee out.
Oh,
We're just going to say when reviewing rejected ballot
Okay.
envelopes, and it should be ballot singular, not
Singular.
plural.
Okay.
We did not catch that one. Thank you, Suzanne.
Yes.
Because now they're all rejected ballot envelopes.
That's what made
Doesn't
my
matter what
students
kind
love me
they
so
are.
much.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna. Okay. So this needs to be updated with that change. Okay. Okay. I'm just making a note here for myself. Updated by code reference, and that just needs to be updated before we delete it. Okay. So on page 8, we had added to the top the review and resolution team on the very top line, because now that's what it's called, not just the review team, it's the review and resolution team. And we added that in the second line as well,
Right.
so we're changing that to be consistent. So there's absolutely no change other than that there. And then under the ballot envelope types that may be reviewed are pending rejected vote by mail ballot envelopes,
Where are you looking?
right under the first bullet. We're on
Oh,
page
duh.
6, or 8, I mean.
Yeah.
So we put that up there, and then rejected question ballot envelopes, pending rejected AVC, which is the Accessible Vote Center envelopes, pending rejected special needs, and then there's email ballots, fax ballots, and then any other rejected ballot envelopes. So we definitely make sure that we have a category for that in there. So, and that was an added line on that one, which I think is just great.
Barbara.
Okay.
Right, because you know what, those are the kind that we have, but you never know, there might be something that doesn't fall in that category that still is rejected. So we have to make sure that we have sort of an option there.
So this page is good.
Right, so I don't see any changes we need to make on this page,
Okay.
because we corrected all of those. Okay. Page 9. Okay, so the first one is the code in the very top line. And,
What? Oh, you're right. Got it.
okay, I wanted to go back one.
What?
So the code is changed.
Well,
Nope, never mind, we haven't hit there yet. Okay.
So there's a different code there then?
Yes.
Okay, so we're on page 9, so that code has been updated in the top one? Okay, so we're fine with that.
that's the code it needs to be.
Yes,
Yeah.
yep,
850.
8501010. Yeah.
Okay.
And the one directly below it needs to be updated.
So that one needs to be updated yet, okay, so that one hasn't been updated, so we'll do that, I see that's why you have it blacked out, okay. So basically that one's okay except for the code, so we need to update there. Let's go through the rest of the page.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my original notes.
Okay. Okay, so, this is the one that I was referring to. If you turn to the next page, on page 10, I think my recommendation was that, and I think you both agreed that this should be the first item on the previous page, because basically we're, the
Yes,
ballot.
I remember that.
Yeah, because that has to do where they're notifying the voter and stuff, So Amy, on page 10, that really should be the first item. Because they're doing that before we get to the election commission meeting. So we're saying preparing for and holding, so this is the preparing.
That's the first preparation you need
Yeah.
to do. Okay.
So that's preparing, so on page 10, this should be the
Got
first
it.
item on page 9. Because basically that has to be done before we can review anything, so I'm just kind of putting them in a chronological order.
Good idea.
Okay. And then the second paragraph would be the rules for the election commission meeting in the public session, okay, which is what it starts. So, and also, I don't think we need a bullet point there when we move it over, because it's going to be a separate heading. You know what I mean? It'll be the
Yeah.
first thing, and then the rules for the commission meeting.
second.
Yeah, so it
Okay.
would be second. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we talked about under the second bullet, the item under the second bullet, and then under that one, the dark bullet one that says a public session of canvas report will include the number of rejected, and we added the word ballot envelopes because we're doing
Wait a
that
minute,
throughout
what
the
page
whole
you on
thing.
now?
So we did that, ballot envelopes.
What page are you on now?
I'm still on page 9.
Page
Okay.
9.
So the first dark bullet, Suzanne,
Yeah.
the very dark one.
Oh, that up there.
Yeah, up
Never
there,
mind.
yeah. We added the word ballot
it.
envelopes because we're being
Yeah,
consistent.
right.
So we haven't changed any procedure or anything, we're just adding that. And then if you go down to the third bullet, that's the open circle one,
Uh-huh.
we added ballot envelopes there in that line too. So we're just being consistent. Do you see that? Okay. The third, keep going.
Oh, this.
The third one down, yeah, where it says the election administrator or election coordinator provides statistics to the election commission to reconcile the rejected count of question, ballot, envelopes.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay. And then in this one, we changed the language to say that it is important that election commission members participate in these final counts. Since all election commissioners typically sign the final report, a quorum is required for these actions to
Yep.
be taken. So basically, we added just the quorum part in there
Yeah.
because we felt that that was important. And then the only thing we changed on the bottom of this page, on some of the bullet points, were added the word ballot in front of envelopes.
Yeah.
So we did that 3 different times, so let me just make sure we've got,
Well, we did envelopes once and then ballot twice.
yes, right, we did ballot twice, so we did ballot under the commission announces a review of each category of rejected ballot envelopes. And then in the next bullet, we added the word where it said counting of a ballot,
Envelope.
we said envelope, because we're not counting ballots, we're counting
Yeah.
envelopes. And then we added the word rejected ballot envelope. So basically, this page was just a cleanup of adding the word ballot or the word envelope to change it from ballot to envelope, and made sure it was a ballot envelope because we're not counting ballots at this. We're not counting ballots.
Should
Okay.
it be, it says rejected ballot envelopes, each category of rejected ballot envelopes. It should be plural there, that's correct, right?
Which one are you looking at? After the opportunity one
Yeah,
there?
the third one down. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
It's okay.
No, I think it reads.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because it says of a ballot envelope.
Yeah.
It's the subject verb agreement thing we're
Yeah.
working on.
So basically, all we did was,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
So basically, when we moved this page, on page 10 now, when we moved this one to the first item on page 9, we added the word ballot envelope. We took the word rejected for counting, and we said a ballot envelope is challenged.
Yeah.
So we changed that. We added the word envelope in the next line as well. Oh, no, we added, I'm sorry, we said after the word writing, we were going to add by providing an opportunity to cure. I think opportunity to cure should be in caps, because that is a process, right?
Yes. I think
So,
that would be a
so
good
I
idea.
kind of, that would be my suggestion.
Either that or bold it or something.
Yeah, something, because it's definitely,
It's one of the big sticking points. for
right,
this.
it's a process that's being done.
Right.
So it'll be an opportunity to cure, and I think we need to add the word letter, because it is a letter. I think we have,
Well, then you'll have to make it a title, an opportunity to cure letter.
yeah, the L should be capital too. Opportunity to cure letter, stating the reason for the challenge. Okay,
You can capitalize the O and the Q and the L.
Yeah.
right.
You'll title the letter.
Okay, so you're saying with the municipal code here has been repealed, so that needs to be updated, and the next municipal code needs to be updated as well. Okay, all
So we'll
right.
put update on this page.
Yep, I'm gonna put update on this page.
Okay.
Okay, so basically we moved that. Those were all the notes that I had. should say rejection of a, oh, we missed that on the bottom. It should be rejection of a ballot envelope. The last word in the line should not be ballot, it should be envelope.
Where are we?
Okay.
What page you on?
Same page, page 10 yet. The
Page
very
10.
last word should not be ballot, it
Oh.
should be envelope.
Yeah, we've got
Oh,
it.
okay, sure.
We wrote it in.
I saw that, yeah. So,
And envelope.
okay. So again, we didn't really change anything, we just updated it. Okay. Now we are on page 11,
Moving right along.
election certification report. Okay. So here, the election certification report, and it's going to include the following. The total number of ballots cast, including write-in votes if applicable, and the total number of mailed replacement ballot envelopes or temporary address ballot envelopes. Okay, we did talk about temporary address.
Yes.
And Barbara added replacement.
And replacement, I see that, and I think that's good because there would have been replacement ballots and there would have been temporary address ones. Okay,
Yeah, that was good.
okay. And in the next one, we just said total number of question ballot envelopes cast, and then we didn't change anything there or there. We did add a category for fax because that's one that we to find out we'd no longer use the word electronic, we're using email and fax, so we put that in there. Total number of rejected ballots from us, the election commission report. The total question countable and the total vote by mail countable. Okay. Okay, all we did was change some headings. Okay, the second one is the election commission's election report includes the following rejected ballot envelopes, which we changed to ballot envelopes from the other term we use, so that's good.
We just got rid of rejected?
No, we're saying rejected.
Oh.
Didn't we add, sorry, there by total question countable, we added number of ballots cast countable. The total number of ballots cast countable.
Well, you'll
Well,
have
that would be the total vote by mail countable. No?
Okay.
No.
Okay, so so we did the total question countable and the total vote by mail countable.
Wait a minute.
But the total number of ballots cast countable, we changed that one. The absentee, we took out
You don't have a
absentee.
total line, you're saying, for the whole shebang.
Right, we took out, so what we've got is we have, so we have the total number of ballots cast,
Okay.
including write-in votes if applicable. Then we have the total number of mailed replacement ballot envelopes or temporary address ballot envelopes cast. Total number of question ballot envelopes cast, the total number of special needs, email, fax, and are rejected.
What we don't have is the bottom line total. That's the only thing that's missing. Because that would total up all of these guys.
Well, no, that's the very first one we have, the total number of ballots cast,
Oh, excuse me.
including write-in votes if applicable.
Oh, okay.
So tell me again what you wanted to do.
Why don't you put that on the bottom?
No, we just had this, the total number of ballots cast countable. We changed that.
What?
Yeah, but I'm
We took
thinking that,
absentee,
isn't
so
that,
top one took that one's place.
yeah, I would think so. So,
So the total, the second last bullet here, the total question countable. Shouldn't it be question ballots countable?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't need that one because we also have above the total number of question ballot envelopes cast.
Right. Oh.
So
it's
the total
repeating
question
this.
countable we don't need.
Yeah, so we need that
Okay.
whole line taken out.
So, no, wait. You know what? I think that means total number of question ballots cast, special needs. I don't think we need that one.
You're just repeating the
second
one
to the
about
last one.
Yeah, the second to the last one, we're just repeating it.
Gets rid of it.
You could probably check with Barbara on that one, but I don't think it's needed because we have covered all of the other, it's covered with all of our other totals. So what we've got is we've got the total of question ones, the special needs, the email, the fax,
Rejected.
right, that are rejected. So basically what I would like to do is put the total number of rejected last, because all the other ones are the numbers that are countable, and then ours are rejected. You see what I mean?
So we should put ours lost?
Yes. Just because in reading, I mean, I don't know how they're going to do it on the report. However it looks on the report might be different, but the total
Well, why
number
would you-
rejected.
Wait. Why would you want to put that on the bottom? Because this last bullet that you have has what I was just asking for. The total vote by mail countable, all of it. That should be the last line.
Well, but the rejected ones aren't countable.
Oh, excuse me.
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
I mean, let's
yeah,
put all
yeah.
the countable ones first and then put the
Well,
rejected.
then why don't you put that up at the top?
I like that better. Let's put that up at the top.
What are we putting at the
The
top?
rejected ones at the top.
No.
Not at the bottom?
Since you're giving all the rejectables. Oh, hell. This is confusing.
Well, you know what? It probably doesn't matter what order it's in.
Probably not.
So we can
Let's
just
just try
leave it.
one.
I mean, I was just going to say, I don't know if I want to spend 10 minutes discussing it.
Thank you. Good idea.
So we'll just leave it as it is. And we'll take out the
Sooner or
total
later, we
question.
gotta get all the data in
Well,
there
we'll take the
anyway.
total question countable out because we've already included that up on the top.
Yes.
Because of the vote by mail, some of the categories have changed. We're still covering every piece that comes in. You know, the temporary address, the mailed replacement, the fax, the email, the special needs, the question. They're all coming in. I mean, we've got them all counted.
So the email ballots and the fax ballots are two different categories.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. The next section talks about. Well, actually, the next one talks about rejected ballot envelopes. Our
That's not a
certification-
report. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, our certification report does include the number of rejected. So now we're defining out the number rejected. So.
Okay.
We changed one farther down that said envelopes, one that said, we should have changed this one for not dated postmarked after election day. Remember we talked about
Yes.
that, Amy? So
So you can't prove
all
when
of
they
a
were
sudden
mailed.
I'm like thinking, did we? No, we did. Okay, so ballot envelopes dated postmarked after election day.
We're getting rid of that?
No, we're keeping that.
Wait a minute.
What's the difference between ballot envelopes postmarked dated after election day and ballot envelopes not? Okay, I'm sorry. Got it. So we got two categories, those that are dated and postmarked that came in
Right.
after election day, and those that are not postmarked or
Yes.
dated and that were received after election day. So we got two categories. Okay, so we're just being consistent in the terms, that's all. I was trying to. We took out inadequate witness, unless Barbara felt that needed to be in there. Or did we keep that?
We didn't take it out.
We didn't take it out. Okay, my notes didn't say one way or the other. Okay.
Are we still requiring witnesses?
We do for, if someone's going to make a mark, like on a special needs
That's right.
ballot.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. And I'd forgotten about that. So the ballot envelope is empty, because it said empty envelope. We're changing it to ballot envelope empty. We left all of the rest of these in there. We changed the total absentee question rejected to just total ballot envelopes rejected, because now we're using, they're no longer called absentee question.
Can I ask you
Total
something?
facts rejected, special needs rejected, and total rejected in our signatures.
I have a question. What's this attested by power of attorney? That's going to be a basis for rejection?
There are some people that use power of attorney, and a power of attorney is not sufficient for voting. So let's
That's
say
interesting.
somebody who is, let's say a special needs ballot, and somebody puts power of attorney on there, we can't use that. Barbara said you can't use power of attorney.
Oh, okay.
So your power of attorney can't, if you have power of attorney, you can't vote somebody else's ballot.
Okay.
Okay, we had here this last bullet, total rejected. Should it be ballot envelopes? We had that changed.
Yeah, I think we should say ballot envelopes, because that's what we're talking about here, the
Okay.
whole thing. So we'll change that to rejected ballot envelopes, because that's basically what this category is. Signature of election commissioners present at the meeting, yes, we did put that, so, okay.
If we put the, do we have it twice now for the total ballot envelopes rejected? It's at the first hollow circle, and then it'll be on the second to last hollow circle.
Yeah, we can't put that there, Glennis, because we've got total ballot envelopes, and then we have the fax and the special need. They're not envelopes. You know what I mean?
Okay, so we take the
fax.
word out. So ballot doesn't apply there.
Just total rejected.
So what are you going to take out?
She wanted to add in total reject, or total, and as a rejected ballot envelopes, we're just going to say total rejected, because some of them might not have an envelope. If it's a fax ballot, it doesn't have an
You're
envelope.
going to take that out?
The word ballot.
You didn't even add it in. I don't see you adding it in under where it says signatures. You didn't add it in down there, so don't worry about it. We put something in that you hadn't added, and we're not going to put it in.
Should we also add in the email?
I was just going to say that. So we need to say total emailed rejected. We've got total fax rejected, and now we're doing email.
Okay.
So we've got email, fax, and special needs. Those are the ones that we all have. Special needs, email, fax. Okay.
So that's going to be another hollow circle then.
Right. Okay, so we made a couple changes. We're taking out total question accountable up on the top. It's not needed. We're adding, in the second section, we're adding ballot envelopes date postmarked after election day, because we're making those two consistent. And we added total email rejected. That's what we did on this page. So we're just being consistent from what we set up on the top to the bottom. These procedures haven't been updated for a while, so it's a good thing we're looking at them. Okay, on the next page, the code there needs to be a new code that is going to be checked on reference. So we're going to have a new code. So this page needs to be updated with a new code. That was the only change on that page. That was the certification report referencing the code. Wow, we're really moving through this.
Man, most of the corrections were already made.
We're already down on definitions. Okay.
Well done, Amy.
Huh?
Well done, Amy.
Yes, very, very. Looking at my notes,
I might even finish on time.
Okay, so we didn't change the voter register too late definition, duplicate ballot envelope empty. We did, Barbara says to keep this one. We had a question about this one, about voter failed to provide identifying information. So she suggested we keep that one. We can keep that one. Okay. All right. Voter isn't active. We didn't have any questions on. We were going to check with Barbara about the ballot not properly applied for. Barbara simplified it. Okay, so basically, ballot not properly applied for, says the code is for special needs ballots when it has been determined that the representative did not properly apply for the ballot. Okay. So in other words, the ballot wasn't properly applied for by the person who is representing the special needs person and coming in.
So that's already fixed.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is really wordy.
Yeah, that one there was like, 5 lines long. This is good, because I couldn't quite understand what they were saying anyway, because it talked about the wife and the husband and and so forth. You don't need all that. It's just not properly applied for.
Yep.
I like it. Okay, very simple. Okay, voter does not meet certification requirements. We didn't have any questions about. Under the code U, we added the word envelope, ballot envelope, not dated, postmark. Okay. And that's why we were going to update that other page, because that's what's in here. Okay.
So this one is okay.
Page 13 is okay. Okay. I like that. We don't have too many that are okay. Okay. Next page. Okay, so under B, it was ballot received too late. We're saying ballot envelope. We're also using the word ballot envelope in the definition as well, instead of just ballot. So, Amy, in the second sentence, we need to say ballot envelopes, not ballots. So we're going to...
Okay.
Where is that?
the second sentence.
Second line under B.
Under ballots, it should say ballot envelopes.
Oh, we didn't catch that one.
We might have, but you know how it goes. I might not have brought it up. Okay, so we've had envelope inserted in the heading, envelope inserted on the first line, and on the second line, we're adding envelopes, ballot envelopes. Must be postmarked. Okay, so that was the only change there. Like you said, and like Barbara said, and like you've said, these codes are state codes, so we can't change them. We're just clarifying our definition to make it clear for really what we mean by that, since we're now simplifying and standardizing all the terms, let's put it that way. Ballot envelope in W, we added the word envelope, postmarked, voted after election day, so there was nothing there. And then we added the word, we got to add the word envelope in the definition too.
The ballot envelope is postmarked.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are you?
Under W, in the
okay.
definition,
I'm all the way down.
where it says ballot, we should add the word
Yeah, okay.
envelope.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm further down the page.
Voter not registered, we didn't change anything there. That's pretty,
Self-explanatory.
yeah, right, thank you. Self-explanatory.
That's all.
Okay, inadequate witness, yes, yeah. Inadequate witnessing. I think I'd been in Mexico already. And having my cup of tea, no.
Yeah, right.
Inadequate witnessing. So we're going to add the word envelope after ballot, which we did. And Barbara says to keep this one. We had a question about it, so okay. So Barbara says we're going to keep that one. That's why we needed to ask. And so let's just read it. The code is used when it is determined that the ballot envelope was not properly witnessed. For by mail and fax ballots, an authorized official or person over 18 must witness the voter's signature. So she says we need to keep that in there.
Wait a minute here. Where are you going to put a voter's signature on by mail?
Yeah, so
It's
for
on the
by
envelope.
mail and fax ballots, an authorized official or a person over 18 must witness. For by mail. By mail, I don't think by mail. That was my question. By
Yeah, right.
mail. That doesn't make sense.
So should it be by email?
I would say,
Yeah.
I don't know if email requires a signature, but fax.
So-
Ask Barbara if it should be email and fax.
So email and fax.
Email
they're
has to be an
the
electronic
same.
signature.
Well,
They're handled the same?
They're handled the same. You have to sign the certificate and send that back. And so email and fax is identical,
Okay.
except for the way that they are transmitted.
Well, she might have read that as email, so it should be email then. But double check with her, will you? Because
Let's put a question.
certainly for by mail, you don't. Okay, so email, we'll check with Barbara. Because that was my question. Okay, so we'll do that one. Okay, voter failed to sign. The only thing we added there was, we added at the end the certificate on the ballot envelope, because that makes it clear where
got
the
pictures.
certificate is.
Yep.
So we just clarified that. These again are state codes, so we're not doing anything with them, just defining them for our use. We've got voter failed to sign. Oh, we just did that one. Okay, so
Can I ask you something?
okay, we're missing number 1 here.
Number 1, yeah.
That one was the
Incomplete.
incomplete notary, and we don't have a notary.
So Barbara said no on that one.
Okay,
Okay.
so then number 2 should become number 1
Yeah.
then, and number,
Right.
Because we're using the state
Codes.
codes, we just left it.
you lifted number 2.
Yeah. So-
What's this A/ID mean? Absentee ID?
Oh, we're not down there yet. Give us a second. Okay.
Sorry.
We're still up on number 2.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Ballot envelope.
Okay. Well, not all of everything is on. I'm fine with just going from Z to 2. We'll take out 1. I wondered about that. Okay.
So 1
We
is
were going to check
out.
with
I didn't
Barbara.
even
1 is
notice.
out. Barbara said we
So
don't do
1
that.
should go out.
Delete.
Right.
Delete.
Right, so it's okay. We're good. Because on the new sheet, it's not on there.
Yeah.
Okay. So number 2, we added the word envelope, ballot envelope. So we just updated that. And then we added, we should have envelope in the definition too. Was in the heading, but we need to put it down below where it says, the code is used if a by mail ballot envelope was hand delivered.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that needs,
Right, so we add the word envelope. So number 3. When we said voted, we changed because the ballot was not voted by someone else, we're saying the ballot envelope. So the ballot envelope was signed, it wasn't voted, was signed by someone other than the voter. So we're clarifying that. The code is used when it has been determined that a ballot, and then we'll add the word envelope there again, has been signed by somebody other than the voter. And that happened a lot, if I remember right. And I remember always giving the example where the husband and wife might have
Yeah.
signed each other's, but yet the code on there was for the wife, but then the husband signed it, and then vice versa.
That's why
I made
the-
sure
that's
that
why
my
the
husband and I
register was
didn't do
such an
that after I
advantage.
heard that when I was down here. I go, no, I'm not doing that. Okay. So number 4. Okay, we didn't do anything. Barbara says to keep this one because we had a question about it.
What's
And
that
is this the one?
A/ID? I don't get it.
Okay, well, let me read it. The code is used if, on the ballot envelope, the election official marked no ID presented, and the voter has a status and condition of, and that's a state code.
What is this?
It means, well, I know that if you go fill out a voter registration online, and it's different than signing it in front of a voter registrar. I'm a voter registrar, so when I sign up people to register to vote, I have to have an ID. So that ID is marked on the registration form that I saw the ID. But when you do it online, I think I don't know what the AID means, but I think that it's absent ID. I think
That's
that
what I was
means
thinking, yeah.
that ID isn't there, and so my understanding from the state, and I'm not a state person, but my understanding from the state is that if that happens when the registration comes in, they then send something out to the voter, and that's how they verify that voter lives there.
Well, is there any basis for us to go and put this A/ID thingy into the definitions that we had on earlier pages?
I don't think so, because
Okay.
I think this would happen at
Okay.
when they go to an ABC, an accessible vote center.
Okay.
When they're trying to vote, and the state has that code there, and then they have to provide ID. Am I correct on that?
Yes, and there is a handful of voters that are going to be getting an extra instruction sheet that says you need to provide ID when you turn in your ballot.
Yeah.
okay.
So again, it's a state thing, and I just think I don't think we should mess with it.
Okay. Good idea.
It's not affecting us. I mean, it's the people who are trained at the ABC centers that know what to do when they're
Yeah.
saying that.
Okay.
So that's not really something that we're
Okay.
versed in. I just kind of know a little bit, and probably knowing a little bit isn't good because there's like.
Like knowing a little Russian.
But I kind of,
get in a lot of trouble.
yeah. So really, that's been marked on there, and we're just gonna.
Okay.
Should this be voting by email or fax or by mail or fax?
Barbara changed it to email.
Oh, I see you wrote it. Okay. So we didn't catch it there, but I called it now.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Where
so
are you?
it's
No, in the definition, they're
third
saying if
line.
they're voting by email or
Third line
fax.
from the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
It's
Oh,
right.
see, you know,
It's
and that's
fixed.
exactly what this says here after I'm discussing this and didn't finish reading it. It says that AID means the voter initially registered to vote by mail
Oh,
and the
sorry.
voter's identity could not be verified. Again, that's what I'm saying. You,
I
you
missed
do
that.
it online.
Registered.
So basically that's a state
Okay.
definition. I think we should just leave it. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
we're just,
Sounds like a plan.
we're just saying that's the reason why because that's what the state said.
Yes. Good idea. Okay. Oh, here's the account codes. I like these.
And that's why it's nice to have voter registrars out there and going registering people because then you have the ID. You've got that ID
Yeah.
that you can see. You know, it says who they are. With the League of Women Voters, we go do voter registration at all the naturalization ceremonies and also in the high schools. We're doing the high schools right now to get them registered for the
Oh, that
election.
is so cool.
Yeah, so we're
Oh, that you are.
we're going to all the high schools right now, which reminds me, don't let me forget without taking some of that the poster and the little strippy thing.
Oh, perfect.
So we're going to take them
Marks.
because she's picking them up in my house this afternoon. I'm thinking, yeah, don't let me forget that because we're going to hand them out at the high schools. when they go
Okay,
out.
awesome. And we just got a bunch more.
Good. So we'll take some. We're doing them all this week and next week.
That's great.
Can I say for this page, Barbara had a suggestion to match it up with the titles of all of the reject codes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Because it wasn't matching, so
Great.
we just did that.
Oh, that's wonderful. And that's kind of what bothered me the last time when we were. My note over here on one of these pages says is that page 11, 13, 14, and 15 are not consistent.
Not consistent, yeah.
So it's like, they need to be
Pancake.
in the same. Yeah, they
Well,
need
the
to
thing
be.
is, you got to have
That's
it
what we're
right.
doing. That's what we're here
Okay, so went ahead and changed the titles to conform with what was got it. Oh, I love that. Okay, we'll just make sure the word envelope is used.
Oh.
Voter registered too late. Duplicate ballot envelope empty. Voter failed to provide identifying information. Voter is inactive. Ballot not properly applied for. That's okay because it would be the
Yeah.
ballot was not properly applied for. Voter does not meet certification requirements. Ballot envelope not dated, postmarked, and received after Election Day. Ballot envelope received too late. Ballot envelope postmarked, voted after Election Day. Voter not registered, inadequate witnessing, voter failed to sign. And then the three we just did, ballot envelope hand-delivered after Election Day, ballot envelope signed by somebody other than voter, and no identification provided at time of voting. Well, that sounds wonderful. Okay.
Good.
Okay.
I do think, one of my notes here from before, and I think I would, I still think I'd like, where it says voter failed to sign, I think we should say voter failed to sign ballot envelope.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
to be a little bit clearer, if that sounds okay. Because we're using the word envelope. Otherwise, I see we put the word envelope in every other place,
Yeah.
so. All right.
Very good.
And then I can update for page 15. And on page 14.
Okay. All right. Okay. Why did we just say voter failed to sign? Yeah, we should say ballot envelope
Yeah.
on page 14.
Oh.
Thank you, thank you. And where was the other one?
Let's see.
Oh, here, I see it.
14, 15.
In the heading.
And 6. Yeah. Okay, so we've got 14 and 15.
14. Oh, I just wrote it on all my papers.
Okay, all right, got it. We're good. Yeah, okay. So 14, we're gonna,
What did we change on 14?
we added the word envelope here under Z as well.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, under Z. So it said ballot envelope. Voter failed to sign ballot envelope. I think that's just so much clearer.
Yeah.
Well, it's just consistent.
Yeah. Because what did they fail to sign?
They could have made a sign, too.
Right, because voter failed to sign could be that they didn't sign the special needs, they didn't sign the fax or the email as well. So
Yeah.
this definitely is
That
used for,
defines it.
on the ballot envelope it says, so, okay.
So we got
It almost appears to me like we're using the ballot envelope in lieu of a register.
I would say
in some.
that could be
in some
from before the
circumstances.
register, where they signed, they're signing the ballot envelope. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that will come up later. The ABCs still have a ballot register, and our chair, our team lead, one of them, there's two of them. One of them was asking if we can get rid of the ballot or the binder register
yeah.
for the ABCs. So we were going to discuss it, but it is going to be later on in here.
Okay.
It sounds like at least a moot point, if not. Because you're doing lots of things the register does. Okay.
Okay, so we did 14 and 15. We're on 16.
And Barbara would like to look at this page one more time.
Okay.
Number 16.
Okay.
Can you show it to me? Look, this page.
All right, so
She'd like to study it, huh? Did we have any changes on there?
well, we did change quite a few things. We took out the word absentee and by mail. We changed it to challenged ballots. Do we
Ballot
want?
envelopes.
I mean envelopes. I'm sorry. Do we want to do challenged question?
No, you don't need it because the challenge
Because
ballot envelope
questions are
includes
something
it.
else. I think it should just say challenged ballot envelopes. These are no count. So let's ask
Right.
Barbara about that. I think we
Isn't
take
that
the word.
two different things, though?
No, we're challenging a ballot envelope, but the question ones are. Where do we have this here?
Oh, these are the two types of question ballots that they're talking
Let me
Count,
let me
no
look real
count.
quick.
This seems okay. Didn't we talk about this before?
Well, we took out the word
Absentee
question.
by mail. And we took out this.
We took out the word questioned on page 7.
Mm-hmm.
We took out when reviewing rejected, questioned, and absentee ballots.
Okay. And then take it out here.
So when reviewing, basically these are challenged ballot envelopes. They're not
This is what we
questions.
had. We had
Yeah.
changed. We took out questioned and put challenged.
Right. That's what I. Yeah.
had.
That's what I have
Okay.
too.
Then just remove
So I
question.
think question needs to be removed because these are challenged ballot envelopes that we're reading.
Okay.
Okay. So then my question is, since we're talking about question, so if we go back to page 11, I guess I would ask under the first bullet under election certification report where it says the number of question ballot envelopes cast.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, since we don't have a definition of, we haven't gotten into the definition yet, we're just on the codes. Just a second. I'm maybe jumping ahead.
Not all question ballots are challenged, so. It seems
I guess
to me
I would
that this
ask
should
Barbara.
Be,
I would ask Barbara what a question ballot is, because we were using the word question before, and we've taken that out in other ones because the question ballot would have been now includes whether if they're questioned or challenged. We're taking the word challenge, whether they're the fax, the email, the by mail, the address change. You know what I mean? All those.
maybe we should simply substitute challenge for question. Wouldn't that take care of it?
I'm looking under the certification report though, so we don't need that.
Yeah.
So,
Page 11. Yeah.
so I think you should ask Barbara about that one because we took the word questioned out because the ones that were questioned are now being defined by category.
We took that in the fire line out though, didn't we?
Yeah.
There's still question ballots at
Yeah,
the ABCs.
exactly. Yeah. They would use those at the ABCs.
I forgot about those.
And when you say question, this jumps in my head.
All right, I'm fine. I forgot about those. And I've done those. I should have remembered those. Okay, I know. Okay. So let's go back to
17, 8, 16.
we're still only these are still only challenged ballot envelopes at this point.
Yeah.
That are counter no, you know what I mean? So we are taking the word questioned out because now that I've clarified in my head what question means, because I knew
Yeah.
that, but I'd forgotten about it.
Right.
I mean, I've seen that envelope hundreds of times. Why would I not know that that's what it is?
Because your brain's busy with thoughts of things.
My brain is
Mexico.
my brain is busy. Yeah, my brain is busy. Okay, so we're going to say challenged ballot envelopes, and Barbara's going to look at this again, but let's go through it. So they will not be counted if, number one, they're not postmarked, if they're postmarked after Election Day, if they're not signed by the voter.
Have some water.
I have some. Inadequately witnessed. The voter failed to provide at least one identifier. I can see why she wants to look at these again because we have a lot more in the reject codes than we're saying will not be counted. So I would prefer that I would say that ballot envelopes will not be counted if they are, and they're in any one of these reject codes
Okay.
that are on page 15. We're not counting them. So there's a lot more there than should be. And the reason is because we're now vote by mail, you know, and we've got a bunch of other things that we're looking at.
Are we still on 16?
Yeah, we're on 16. I think we need to relook at this one. And Barbara said she wanted to look at it. We need to relook at this one.
Yes,
So
you're
the will
saying the
not-
same thing. You're
Right,
saying,
the will not be counted are pretty set forth. I mean, they're set forth in the code, and those are in the state code, and those are the ones that we reject, so they should be listed here. It's the ones that will be counted. Ballot envelopes will be counted if they are received on or before Election Day, without a postmark if signed. Received on or before Election Day without a postmark. I mean, if we received it before Election Day and doesn't have a postmark, we know it was here. It doesn't matter whether it has a postmark or not.
That's true.
That came up during several of our commission meetings over the last couple of years. Voter printed name, made a mark, or signed using initials. If there is some indication that the name, mark, or initial were made by the voter.
So Barbara added that one. That's why it's italicized.
I see that. So,
Yeah.
voter printed the name, made a mark, or signed using initials. If there is some indication that the name, mark, or initial were made by the voter.
what kind of an indication would it be?
Well, normally, like if somebody makes a mark, you sign your name underneath it. You know, haven't you ever got, for special needs, I've done special
Yeah.
needs where, you know,
Right.
they make the mark and then you sign your name, meaning you witnessed that mark.
You saw that.
Witnessed by, you put that,
Okay.
so that makes perfect sense because you've witnessed their signature when you're doing special needs ballots. So that makes sense. Voter signed a new name which is similar but not exactly the same as the name registered under, provided the envelope is witnessed correctly. We were going to take off provided the envelope is witnessed correctly. Because right now, you don't need a witness on your envelope, but you sign your name, and if my husband's name is James, and if he never does, but let's say he signed Jim,
Right.
we know it's still him because his signature is the same.
So you don't have to have that last
Yeah,
clause.
we
He
took
has,
that out.
he has,
We had
he has
that.
a most unique, I don't want to say horrible, but most unique handwriting when he signs his name. You would know if he signed Jim, it was him, believe me. The way
What
he
does it
makes
look
his
like?
J. He kind of makes, a square,
That's pretty weird.
you know, for the J. It's really, I don't understand it, but anyway, that's what he does.
What it is?
What
Okay.
he's doing is he's combining the cursive.
He's cursive and printing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So when he makes the J, he goes, he makes the J like this. And then he goes down like that. He makes a square.
Well, that's the curse of influence right there.
I don't even mention it to him anymore.
It's
Okay.
pretty hard to forge it.
So anyway, you would know that that's him because that's the way he signs his name. You know.
So
I mean,
we, provided the envelope was witnessed correctly, that was taken out.
yes.
So we are taking it out again.
Yeah. There's no reason. You just sign the back of the envelope.
To 4, that last clause is gone.
Yeah.
The entire clause.
Or let's say we're going to count it if the voter signed in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So let's say that, they didn't see it and they didn't sign on the line and they signed, above the line or below the line.
As long as they signed it, it's cool.
That's
You know.
fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're saying that's fine.
And there was instances where somebody signed the ballot instead of the
instead of
actual
the envelope?
Did you count it?
I believe you guys did
I don't
count
remember
it.
this.
I think we did. It was a call by the commission and I think we did.
I don't remember it, but okay.
I don't either.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, witnessed by an election official on or before election day, of course. If someone, if that's still there.
So we just need one little tiny update.
So I think that
Two tiny
the
updates.
rejected, the ballots will not be counted if really needs to coincide with what's on the previous page.
Yeah.
Because those are all the codes, not signed, received too late. So I think it needs to be,
Reconcile with codes.
yeah, it needs to be, see reject codes on previous page is what we're going to say up on the top. Or whatever you want to say. I mean, I'd already written that, but you said reconcile, that's good. So that needs to be the same.
So what page are you on there? 17?
We're on 16.
16?
We've just
So-
concluded it.
So what are we doing?
There's a lot more than this. So we're saying that these aren't inclusive of what's on the previous page. So we're going to list
You need to
all of
make it longer.
these again on this page.
What is the page number?
15.
Thank you.
Yep. Because they need to be consistent.
Thank you.
Well, that ought to take you a couple hours.
You get real swift sometimes when you're doing stuff.
Okay, so
So we're being consistent at the top, and then they will be counted. And these were individual things that happened that we've added in here that they will, like if it's signed in the wrong place, and well, not just by vote by mail,
Yeah.
but previously when people voted absentee too. Okay, so on page 17. You changed it to say special needs, email, fax, challenge ballot envelopes. So these are just special needs, email, and fax.
Oh, excuse me.
We had in there in person. Did we take that out for some reason?
on 17?
Yeah, I had that we still had in person.
Where?
On the heading
On the
of when we
heading.
did this before, we had early in-person special needs, electronic, and fax. We took out the word electronic because we used fax and email.
Barbara took out early or absentee in person.
Okay.
Because it's ABC, and I believe those are ran through the
They're
just like the
different, but they're
normal way.
different. Okay.
They run through, yeah.
Okay. So these are special needs, email, and fax. Okay, and these are challenged ballot envelopes. They will not be counted if the voter under a new name voted under a new name but did not give a previous name or any identifiers. Well, that makes sense. I don't know what the other name was. Voter did not give any identifiers, and voter printed name on top of envelope but did not sign or make a mark on the signature line. That's pretty consistent with the state codes. We changed the word ballot to ballot envelopes will be counted. Okay, so the comment here was to review again. There is no witness official any longer. Okay.
Yeah, Barbara was saying that this whole second part, 1 through 9, if you would like to review this, because there is no official And that is for, let's see, the special needs.
Oh, can you give me one of the ballot envelopes too? I want to see that.
Thank you.
What are we looking at? Okay. Aren't these the same guidelines that were on the other categories?
No?
So she was saying the title, of witnessing official, we don't have that any longer.
Oh.
And so if you want to go through and update any of that language just to make it to where it,
What are we going to call them?
So really, there is a representative when we're talking about this type of ballot.
for the
Yeah, for the
special,
special
needs.
needs. Okay, so they will be counted. Let's go through these. Voters signed a name similar to, but not exactly like the name registered under, but provided additional identifiers.
Okay.
And on here, they're signing here, and they on these special needs ones, they've got, like the date of birth and a few other things, their social security number and all that sort of stuff. So, or driver's license, ID card.
See, and those are starred, so they have to be.
And
So-
I don't have the certificate for the email and the fax, but I believe it's, I think it's similar. It has to be, I think it's similar to this type of witness.
Okay.
Like over 18 and a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
So the requirements are the same.
I believe so.
So these are special needs, email, and fax.
Well,
Place of witnessing.
I'm not familiar enough on the email and the fax ones to be able to go through these. And so I feel, and I don't know about the two of you, but I feel at a loss to be able to
I was looking at
update
that.
this. I mean,
Yeah.
I've done these before. I've done the ones going out where they're special needs, but I have not done an email or a fax one. So I would have to say, if I don't have that information in my head or in front of me, I don't feel comfortable.
Can't judge it, yeah.
I don't feel comfortable putting something down.
Yeah.
So-
My main questions have to do with the things about witnessing officials.
So my thought would be, is to have you and Barbara look at it and come up with a list of some things, and then the next time we review this, to have a copy of the email and fax materials, so we can look at them, because we're not at that end of it.
It's a good idea.
I know they need to be rejected for certain reasons, but in order to be rejected, we need to see what's required. So I don't feel comfortable.
Okay.
And I do think that email and fax are not ballot envelopes, so maybe we could say special needs ballot envelopes. Move that ballot envelopes after special needs for the heading.
What?
On the very top, the heading,
Yeah.
way up on the top where it says special needs, email and fax
Yeah.
challenge ballot envelopes. Well, email and fax don't have envelopes.
Oh, I get you. Oh,
So
sorry.
I think we should say,
Special needs.
maybe we should start out with challenged ballots. Oh no, say challenge special needs ballot envelopes and email and fax
Okay.
requests.
Challenge.
You know, 'cause they're
special
really
need
just
ballot
requests.
envelopes.
They're not
You
envelopes.
should start that with it.
So we say challenge special needs ballot envelopes and email and fax requests.
Right.
Okay. And if Barbara wants to change that, fine. And then under the next line where it says ballot envelopes, we can say ballot envelopes and requests. We'll use the word request. Will not be counted if, that very next line where it says ballot envelopes, we'll
Yeah.
say ballot envelopes and requests. Because really, email and fax don't have envelopes. Again, it's just me being picky.
But when they are received, they are put into an envelope.
Are they?
Yeah.
No, they're facsimile.
Yeah, they're not put in
So-
envelopes.
Don't these
They're-
guys put them in an envelope?
No, they're received, and then they are transmitted to a facsimile, and then from the facsimile, then they go over to the scanning.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a different process.
I think we should just, unless Barbara wants to change the word, I don't know, let's use request. I can't think of anything else. And again, let's just make a note on here that we're going to have you and Barbara to review this because I'm not familiar, and then maybe a copy of the email and fax request info. Because I'm not sure what it looks like. Yeah. I guess I'm not comfortable enough to come up with anything.
It's reasonable.
Yeah, if I don't have it. And if you agree, the two of you agree.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, I feel comfortable with this other stuff because
Yeah.
we've dealt with it, but I've not dealt with that.
Oh, here we go.
All right, we're down to the list of terms.
Good one.
So what I did with this is that I alphabetized all of it. So it's a little different than how
it looks
yours
weird.
looks.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay.
All right, well, let's just start. We've got 3 pages. We can do this.
Yeah.
Okay, accessible vote center. Voters may come to an ABC to turn in a mailed ballot, return envelope, and voted ballot, replace a lost or damaged ballot, receive a ballot package. If you did not receive one in the mail, vote a question ballot, receive voting assistance, and get help with other voter questions.
I have a
I
question.
think the word "you" is incorrect.
I was just going
It
to say
should
that,
be
but I was
they.
going to wait.
It should
they.
be they.
Yeah.
I have a question. You can come to the ABC Center to get a ballot, to get a new ballot. Mm-hmm. How do you know they didn't get one in the mail?
Because when we look at them, remember what we do is we take the ballot that's returned with the first date. So if they voted twice.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can
Oh,
go
yeah.
to the ABC Center and say you want a ballot.
Yeah.
You're right.
You know, you damaged it, you
Yeah, I
didn't
forgot
get
about
it.
that.
And you did, and you mailed it. We don't know.
Yeah.
But
I
we will
forgot
only
about
take
that
one.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
okay.
I forgot. Okay. It's been a
No,
long
that's
time.
okay. That's okay. I'm definitely putting all of this out of my mind when I leave.
Where's the ABC?
You're just going to have to have a big dump when we're finished here.
Okay, ABC. Okay, so ballot distribution sheet. I'm not familiar with that. Okay, but it was on the other list. A list of ballot types by precinct. Oh, I know what that is. List
just
of ballot
did all
types
that,
by
Randall.
precinct, minus the limited road service area, the LRSAs. And ballot type or ballot style numbers are also sometimes referred to as ballot card numbers. Okay, well, we know what that is. That's a sheet that we would, and it's all color coded. I thought it was always cool the way they color coded it according to the map, so it was kind of cool. Okay, ballot envelope. An envelope containing a voted ballot. Ballot envelope types include by mail, questioned, and special needs. So there we go. Those are the only ones with, so I'm going to go back and look real quick, just to make sure. I'm going back to page 11. So a ballot envelope includes, it includes the question, the special needs, and by mail. Because the email and the fax are not. Got it. All the others are by mail. You know, like the temporary address and the placement and everything, so covers it. Okay. Ballot register. A list of registered voters' names at an ABC where the voter may sign a precinct register before being given a ballot. And then you have a code listed here, and then it says, Lead Sharon would like to delete the ballot register as she feels it is not necessary any longer in discussion to implement this year or next year. Okay.
So this is the ballot register that she said that is just one extra step that they
Right.
have to do. They already have checks and balances, and so
That
this
seems
is just
logical to me.
an additional that she would like to not have.
What
Okay,
checks
I
and
haven't-
balances do they have?
I was just going to say, I haven't been in an ABC center, so what happens? Let's say I walk in and ask you for a ballot. Can you explain that to me? No? Yes?
Well, I have a lot of other things in my mind. We are going to, Barbara, me, Anna, and Peggy, we're all going to sit down, and because Cindy worked with the ABCs last year
Right.
and helped with the manual and getting everything ready, and so I'm not like completely familiar with everything. So,
Okay, well, my thought is, and you could probably answer this, so here's actually my question. So I walk in to an ABC center and I say I want a ballot. You go onto the computer and you mark on there that that I'm receiving one. Okay, so that's the checks and balance.
So the computer would be the
The register, yes.
Right, the check and balance.
well,
See, if that's a check and balance, I don't have a problem with it. If
Yeah.
the signing the
No.
register is the only check and balance, then I don't think it should go.
no, not everyone signs the register. They, I believe, because they are signing the envelope. I don't know. That's not a good answer for me.
And I don't know enough either, so again, I think that's something we can discuss.
Hey, Barbara.
So-
Speaking of Barbara,
saying hi and bye.
Okay. One quick question.
Yes.
When someone goes into an ABC and I say I want a ballot, and they go onto the computer and make sure I'm registered, do they put a little tag on the computer that I'm getting a ballot? Or is it strictly just a review? I mean, you can't add input or do anything on it.
Their database is, I think it's static.
Okay.
So I don't think that, ours is active here where we can,
But the ABC is not. Okay, I didn't think they were, but I
yeah, I don't think it is either. Because then we'd have to upload that data from those every day, and we don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So how
So
do
getting
we-
rid of the ballot register, we're saying we need more information and we can't.
I agree.
So that's why I was asking. that
yeah.
question.
I think that's what Amy and I told Sharon.
And that's what she was
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to leave that.
So it's a couple of things. You know, one, it's how do you do your ballot accountability at the end of
Exactly.
the night?
Exactly.
You know, and the one easy way is you have 10 signatures.
Exactly.
Well, you have 10 replacement ballots
Right.
issued.
Right.
Yep.
How else do you check? And I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
Not unless you're allowed to amend the computer list.
So we're going to keep it in there for now.
I couldn't
Yeah.
understand
I said
that.
not unless you're going to make the computer that they're using active. You wouldn't have any way to
The
check it.
ABC centers.
That'd be too hard.
Yeah,
that
you
would
just
be-
said
I mean,
that
yeah.
you'd have to do
Yeah,
it all day
I mean,
long.
it's 227,000 voters.
God, no.
Okay. That answers our question.
That makes
I know you
sense.
gotta run.
Thank you, Barbara.
Okay.
So we can leave that one.
Yeah, same here. Okay, so we're definitely in agreement with a discussion item because again, we don't have enough information to figure this out. So this is going to be a discussion item.
But are we going to get an explanation in order to discuss?
Yes, I think we could get a process. I'm sure the people at the ABCs have the steps that they have to do.
Yeah, so there's like an ABC manual,
Yes.
and then inside the manual, that's what we do the
Okay.
training for. But I was not familiar. I'm not completely familiar because I was just doing the edits on it.
Okay.
Cindy worked with Sharon and Beata, our two leads for it.
Is there a separate training set for the ABC?
There is going to be a training. We're working with employee relations right now for orientation, but we are pretty sure it's going to be on the 19th
Of this
of
month?
March.
March. Well, we
What
need to be
about-
there.
19th of March.
Yeah, I don't get back till the 22nd.
You better change your ticket.
Well, we should go, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get an invite.
So we're all going to be.
Yeah, you'll be
included.
invited to all the
Because
trainings that we
need all
have.
the training.
Gotcha.
We have to make
Yeah.
decisions. We need the training.
I agree.
Okay. All right, I wrote that down. So that's good. So then,
So
and there's a manual that I can look at. So I can
319.
see
Yeah,
at
and
some
that
point down
manual
there.
hasn't been updated completely yet.
Okay.
So,
Okay. All right. So
319.
yes.
yes.
And there is a manual. All right. Good.
That will help.
All right. Okay. So So we are on countable ballot. We didn't do any changes there. Ballots that have been reviewed and found eligible to be counted. Makes perfect sense. They've been reviewed and they're countable. All right, fine. Cutoff. We added that, or that was in here. Election day at 8 p.m., which includes ABCs and drop boxes. Perfect.
Yeah.
Election administrator or election coordinator appointed by the municipal clerk in consultation with the chair of the assembly, whose primary duties include supervising the day-to-day details of municipal elections.
Is that you, Amy?
Barbara and I. Barbara's the administrator, and then I'm the coordinator.
Okay.
As long as you know what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay, election center, a facility that hosts the equipment and staff to implement vote by mail. Okay.
That's self-explanatory.
Yeah, it is. Election commission or commissioners, members of the public appointed by the mayor and confirmed by the assembly, whose duties are specific in the Anchorage Municipal Code. And that is the current code, so we're good.
So
Nothing
we're
there.
good
Election official. Person appointed by the municipal clerk to work preparing for conducting election activities and includes members of the election commission. Typically, election officials work in any capacity as needed and as assigned by the election administrator or election coordinator or the municipal clerk. So we got election administrator, election coordinator. Okay. All right, elections report. Report of the public session of canvass signed by a quorum of election commission members, submitted to the election administrator or election coordinator, and provided with the municipal clerk's election certification report to the Anchorage Assembly. Okay, and we did add a quorum of, so that's good. We added that in there. Email ballot, a ballot voted by a person who has requested to vote a ballot by electronic transmission. Sounds good. And that code is current. Okay, so we're good on that one. And then we've got facsimile ballot, a ballot which is duplicated by a facsimile team when a ballot is rejected by the optical scan unit. Did we decide to keep optical scan unit? We did?
You know,
I guess we did.
we kept it, but Barbara changed it to.
I was gonna say, did
is
we
it
define it?
tabulation or tabulation equipment?
I like that better. Rejected by the tabulation equipment. Okay.
by the
Tabulation equipment. That just makes it so much, to me, clearer than an optical scan. We all know what optical scan is, but
Do we? So that comes out optical scan.
Okay. Remember that page.
when I was director of elections for the city of Minneapolis, we went from lever voting machines. We had 1,000 lever voting machines that I had to keep maintaining. It's just
Oh, God.
horrible.
Gosh.
You know, and they weighed 2,000 pounds. And either 1,000 or 2 now, I can't
Wow.
remember. And we had to
2,000 pounds
hire
is a
people to
ton.
go out and deliver them. Anyway, my point is we went over to optical scan, and that's before I left in 99, so this must have been in, I don't know, 95, 90, something like that. We went to optical scan, and it was just such a big, the little units compared to these 1,000-pound or 2,000-pound machines. It was just hilarious. Okay, so facsimile ballot, we took care of that one.
Vaccine.
And then we've got the facsimile team, a team of 2 election officials appointed by the municipal clerk to duplicate a ballot that was rejected by, and we're going to change optical scan unit to tabulating equipment. Or was voted by email transmission or fax transmission. Okay, yes, because those by email and fax have to be, you have to have a facsimile because of course they can't be read through the machine because they're not on the proper paper and form and whatever. Did you have a question, Glennis?
No, I think that is that explains it, yeah.
So they're either rejected by the tabulating equipment or because they were email and fax. Those are the ones, you know, those are the only ones that I can see that ever need to be facsimile. I always use the word duplicated, but facsimile. Okay, a fax transmission ballot is a ballot voted by a person who's requested to vote a ballot by fax transmission. And that code is current, so we're good. GIS, we did change that to GIS, that's good. Geographical Information System, okay, now we know what that is. An online street guide to establish residential precinct. To establish, an online street guide used to establish precincts. I think it should just say precincts.
Precinct boundaries?
Precinct. Well, it's not, it's,
No, precinct is right.
I think precincts, make it
Yeah,
plural,
right,
to establish
right.
precincts.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a residential is, it refers to the voter, because the voter lives in a residence and that's where the mail is sent, isn't it?
But it also just establishes precincts because then businesses know what precinct they're in. You know, who their assembly person would be.
Yeah, that's
I think we should take out residential and
Yeah.
just say precincts. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I mean, because, there's businesses that want to know who their assembly person is.
Precincts, plural then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
there's,
who they can lobby, yeah.
Yeah.
MOA, Municipality of Anchorage. Oh, geez. No, that's hard. That's too hard. Okay. Municipal clerk, official responsible to, quote, prepare for and conduct the general and special elections of the municipality, unquote. And of course, that's right in code, so we're good with that one.
But there is no code
It
for
needs a
that,
new
so it
code.
needs a new code reference.
Oh, there is a new code.
A what?
Okay, so we're going to do a new code reference because that's, okay, well, okay. Pending. Ballot envelopes not yet fully processed and needing further review before the final determination is made to count or reject the ballot envelope. Okay. That makes sense because we're going to put a note on it that says pending, and that's because they are not fully processed. And why don't we say and or needing? Either they're not yet fully processed and or needing further review. You see what I'm saying? Because this could be an either or. So it would be and or needing further review before the final determination is made.
So where are you putting and all coming in?
After process.
After process where it says and needing, so they're not yet fully processed and or needing further review. I mean, they can be processed and don't need further review. I mean, they could be processed and, just be sitting there. Precinct order, a grouping of ballot styles placed in order by precinct number. That's pretty clear. Public session of canvass, a meeting at which the Election Commission announces its decisions as to which ballot envelopes will be rejected and which shall be counted. The public may offer evidence to challenge a potentially rejected ballot envelope, and the code needs to be updated on that one, yes.
Well, the code is now correct. It was wrong.
Oh, so now
that
it's
one's
okay.
now
It's
correct,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, it's okay, because okay, so that one's okay. All right. I wanted to look to see what we're doing.
Oh, here.
Okay, let me read that again. A meeting at which the Election Commission announces its decisions as to which ballot envelopes will be rejected and which shall be counted. The public may offer evidence to challenge a potentially rejected ballot envelope. Okay.
That's clear.
Right, and it doesn't need to get any more specific than
No
that.
more wordy.
Yeah, they can challenge a potentially rejected ballot envelope. Okay, question ballot. A ballot voted at an ABC which has been segregated because the information on the election register is not the same as the voter's information. The voter places the ballot in a question ballot envelope so the Election Commission or election officials may verify information on the envelope to determine whether to count or reject the ballot envelope. We need to add the envelope there again. Okay, a ballot voted in an ABC center, I have to read this again, which has been segregated because the information on the election register is not the same as the voter's information. Okay, period. Let's put a period there. That's way too long. The voter places the ballot in a question. The voter places the ballot in a question ballot envelope So the election commission or elections officials may verify information on the envelope to determine whether to count or reject the ballot envelope. All right, that makes sense now. I had to read it again. It was just not registering with me. I'm sorry.
TMI.
I guess that's the prerogative of the chair to keep reading it over and over. It was like
Okay, so what are we changing there then?
we're just adding the word. We're putting a period after information on the second line.
Okay.
And
then
starting
capital
the
T.
voter with a
Capital
yeah, I just think that's too long. That's like, that's why I couldn't read
Semicolons
it.
are usually a bad idea.
I couldn't process it. And then we're adding the word envelope after the word ballot. And that is the correct code, so we don't have to do anything with it. So we have defined what a question ballot is, and now we're saying the question ballot envelope contains a question, the envelope containing a question ballot. Okay. Question ballot register is a register where voters sign their name.
Barbara, did we add the voter places the ballot in a question ballot envelope?
We're under question ballot. No, that was there already.
So no envelope there of the ballot.
What?
Read that again. So after the period.
It's all right.
Okay, so ballot voted at an accessible vote center which has been segregated because the information on the election register is not the same as the voter's information.
Okay, then
So we're saying the voter places the ballot, well, it should be in an envelope.
No. The voter places the ballot in a ballot envelope.
because here, hand me,
God,
no,
you guys.
because it goes right, it goes right in there.
Yeah, but it first goes in a secrecy sleeve. That gray secrecy sleeve, and then it goes into here.
You don't want to start getting into that because you're going to have to put that everywhere that you have question ballot envelope.
No, it goes into a secrecy sleeve and then into here.
The voter places,
The secrecy sleeve doesn't make any sense whatsoever because the only time that ballot is drawn out is when it's counted. Nobody
know.
sees it after it goes into the envelope.
But
Okay.
the voter always likes that secrecy sleeve because it gives them that sense of privacy.
Yeah.
we could say the voter places the ballot in a secrecy sleeve. The voter puts the ballot
then
in a
into
secrecy sleeve and places it in a question ballot envelope.
Yes.
Okay, so
That's the process. That's what we do.
the voter puts
That's
the
true.
ballot.
It's always seemed to me to be overkill.
Okay,
know.
the voter
Whatever.
puts the ballot into a secrecy sleeve
How much more secret can you get with a sealed envelope?
and places
The people want it. This is what I work at the elections.
It's not that I haven't done it either.
the envelope or the
It's just
sleeve
overkill.
and places it. I hate the word it, but we're going to say places it. Places it into a question ballot envelope. Okay, I got it. So, Amy, after the word voter, we're going to say put the ballot into a secrecy sleeve.
Envelope?
No.
No.
We call
Just
it
a
secrecy
secrecy.
sleeve.
We call them envelopes.
You do? Is it defined as an envelope in here?
Well,
Okay, well then we'll use envelope.
we call them secrecy sleeves.
Well, I've heard
used
that.
to be. We were calling it secrecy sleeve, and secrecy envelope, and now we just call them.
It says secrecy envelope. Okay, we'll use the word envelope. Okay, so if we're using that envelope, places the ballot into a secrecy envelope and places it into a question ballot envelope. So the election commissioner,
Yep, and
election
then it's
officials
sealed.
mean. Okay. All right. Sounds good to me. Question ballot envelope is the envelope containing the question ballot. Okay. Question ballot register is a register where the voter signs their name at an accessible vote center location before being given a ballot in a question ballot. Before being given a ballot package. No, before being given a ballot in a question ballot envelope. Okay, fine. Are you okay with that?
Yep.
That's the secret ballot envelope then,
Yeah.
that yellow thing.
Yeah. Question ballot envelope. Maybe
Does
we
it
should
have a
just
number
use.
on it?
Maybe we should just use say the word yellow.
hang on, this has a number, doesn't it? Doesn't this have a number on it somewhere?
What?
Yeah. Oh no, that's a red.
No, why don't we just say
line.
yellow?
What if I change the color? Well, then we change the word. Okay.
We can just leave a question ballot envelope. That's why in my mind, I had to see this because I know what it is, but it's like, okay.
So where are we putting yellow?
I don't know, should we or shouldn't we?
No.
No, we're
I
not.
don't think so.
All right, fine. Okay, registered voter. A process initiated by a citizen that establishes entitlement to vote by meeting certain qualifications and filling out necessary paperwork that is maintained in a central registry, let's say by the state,
That's true.
because we don't.
Wait just a minute.
We don't.
Registered voter, it's not a process. A registered voter.
Registered is a process. We put voter in parentheses, it's registered. So it's a process, but
Registration is a process.
But it's not. But that doesn't define registered voter if you say registration.
Okay, a registered voter is a citizen who has established entitlement to vote by meeting certain qualifications. You talking about the register or the voter?
yeah, let's just say a citizen that establishes, take out that process initiated.
Yeah.
Let's just say a citizen that
Because the
establishes
registration is the
entitlement to
process.
vote by meeting certain qualifications
capital A.
and filling out necessary paperwork that is maintained in a central registry by the state.
There.
Correct. Yeah.
There.
Rejected ballot,
Easy
a ballot
peasy.
that is found not to be countable.
We don't have to state the reasons.
But a ballot, wait a minute, a rejected ballot? Well, we're not, well, are we saying it's a rejected ballot, that it's not found to be countable because we're talking about,
You
know,
can't reject the
facsimiling?
ballot because you haven't
Yeah.
seen it. Just the envelope.
Yeah, it's only
But
the envelope.
machine rejects it.
So it's a rejected ballot envelope. Okay, the question becomes, since we are doing facsimiles of all ballots that are rejected by the machine, we are saying a rejected, are we saying, wait a minute. So under facsimile, we're saying they duplicate a ballot that was rejected. Okay. All right, fine. I'm just trying to be consistent in my head.
So we're leaving the words as they are then.
Would you like to add right after rejected ballot in parentheses envelope? So it would include rejected ballot and rejected ballot envelope?
Well, you could put a slash envelope.
No, because the envelope, if it's rejected, will never be counted, whereas a rejected ballot
Ballot
will be.
will.
So maybe we should say a ballot that is found not to be countable
Because it was marked wrong or something. Or
and will be facsimile.
So you can have the envelope accepted, but the ballot got screwed up and it can't be counted. Yes?
What, say that again?
I said you could have the envelope accepted, but the ballot inside of it could be rejected. Because it messed up. Okay.
So read that whole sentence.
Well, I didn't finish it. I was going to say a ballot that is found not to be countable and will be facsimile in order to be counted. Because it's a ballot that's we're talking about that's rejected, not the envelope.
Yeah.
Okay. Because any ballot that's found not to be countable will be eventually counted. You know, so it's even though it says rejected ballot, we got to make sure that we're pointing out that it's not countable, but that doesn't mean it won't be. You know what I mean, down the road, because we won't have any ballots that are rejected for not being countable.
There,
Maybe we should say not to be countable by the tabulating
by the
equipment.
tabulating.
There we go.
Yeah.
Not
There-
to be countable.
By the tabulating equipment. We need to make this clear
Yeah.
Yep.
that we're not talking about an envelope,
Or that you're not just throwing a ballot out because. Yeah.
because we're making sure every ballot is counted.
Yes.
Okay, a ballot that is found not to be countable by the tabulating equipment and will be facsimiled in order to be counted.
In order to.
All right.
And there is going to be a handful of ballots. Well, what about the adjudicatory team that go through? But I guess that is the vote that wouldn't be, like that specific vote, but the ballot would be counted?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we don't ever want it said that it's not going to be counted, because they'll all be counted.
One way or the other.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're on the canvas.
Report of public canvass. A draft report of public canvass is prepared by the election administrator or election coordinator for the election commission's review. Period. I don't like these semicolons. They drive me crazy.
It's hard
The
to
final
follow.
report of public canvass is prepared for the public canvass meeting detailing rejected ballot envelopes and is signed by the election commission and provided to the assembly with the municipal clerk's election certification report.
Yeah. Perfect.
So of the envelopes, it should have a comma.
What?
There should be a comma.
After what?
Oh, after what? Where?
It's prepared by public canvass meeting detailing rejected ballot envelopes, comma, and is
Nah.
signed by the...
Only if it's an independent clause, you don't need a comma.
Well, and we're saying and provided, so we could put a comma there and take the word and out.
Whatever. That makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So rejected ballot envelopes, comma, is signed by the election commission and provided to the assembly.
Correct,
So,
that's much better.
all right. Those of us that are in the English.
Fun, isn't it? Okay, where were we anyway?
Okay.
On that one.
Okay, so we are now on page 20.
A review on a resolution team.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got the review and resolution team, which was, we had a review team before, so it looks like there's been a lot of added to that.
Yeah, and I combined, it used to be which one was it?
Well, as we've said, you've done a wonderful job putting this all together.
This is a lot of work. Oh my God.
Yes.
It's almost 2 o'clock.
Did you work that President's Day?
Yeah, I figured
Yeah,
that.
but I didn't get to work on this for President's Day. We were working on ballots.
Oh, Lord.
It was the by-mail board.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, yes. I see that. I had that. Okay.
What this?
So this was the review and resolution team. Let's read this. Election officials appointed by the municipal clerk to process temporary address applications, special needs, or replacement ballots. The review team members also may act as a review team, counting team, or facsimile team, and may be appointed to any other area needing assistance through the election process. A team of at least 2 election officials appointed by the municipal clerk to review voted ballot envelopes to validate information on the ballot envelopes. Okay, let me just read it again. I'll read it to myself. I'll let you guys read it. I think I've used up my 5,000 words for the day.
I think it's good. Fine.
Okay, so we do have a definition for... We don't really have a definition for the counting team, or we don't have a definition... We have a definition for a facsimile team, but I don't see a definition for a counting team.
We don't have a definition for any of the teams,
Okay.
except for the review and resolution team. And I think that might be because the review and resolution team is referenced in all of this, but I don't think any of the other teams are referenced.
Okay.
So I think that might be why it's in this list of terms. I do have a suggestion to take out that second appointed by the municipal clerk, because it already says so in the very beginning.
I know when I got down to the end, it was like, I think I already, yeah.
So we're going to remove that?
Yeah.
then?
Yeah.
Okay. Two election. What?
I do think somewhere, though, we need to say a team of at least 2.
Yeah, we
It
could
does.
keep a team of at least 2 election officials review voted ballot envelopes. So take out that appointed by the municipal clerk.
Right.
There's a 2. Yeah.
We're beginning to see double.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Got it. Okay.
You in the Dropbox now?
Secure Dropbox, a secure container where voters may place their return envelope containing their marked ballot. Okay.
You marked a voted ballot.
Yeah, I probably should say voted ballot.
And for these new definitions, I just took them off of our FAQs.
Oh.
So what I can
okay.
do is I can update our FAQs too,
Okay.
to make it sound better.
Do you more
Okay.
work?
That's okay.
Okay. Well, here's your security envelope. Merciful God. I still think it's a waste of money.
Okay, so we're security envelope. The security envelope helps keep the ballot confidential.
The voted ballot? Or this ballot?
Yeah, let's say voted ballot. Special needs ballot, a ballot voted by a person who is unable to go to an ABC due to disability or illness. A special needs ballot is placed in a special needs envelope and is processed similarly to a question ballot. And that is the current code. Okay, so we don't need to do anything with the
That's
code.
good. Yeah.
Special needs voter is a voter who is unable to go to an accessible vote center due to disability or illness and is authorized to vote through a representative.
That's a self-explanatory.
Yeah. Tabulating team, a team of 2 election officials appointed by the municipal clerk to tabulate ballots that have been determined to be countable. Okay. Tabulation equipment, the equipment used to scan and tabulate ballots and record vote totals for MOA elections.
And that used to be the optical scan unit.
Okay. Temporary address ballot is a ballot voted before or on election day by a person away from his or her home residence and may be voted in person or by mail. I don't really like his or her. I never have. Can we just say there?
It's
Away from
grammatically
their
incorrect,
home.
but whatever.
I realize it's being his or her instead of just his, but let's say there.
It covers all bases.
It's also grammatically incorrect, but okay, whatever.
Unaccountable ballot, ballots that cannot be counted, sometimes called no-count ballots. I don't know what they are.
Well, you had count or no count earlier in the publication.
In the original, we took out or rejected ballot.
Yeah, I saw that.
Boy.
Well, if we do have, are we talking about ballot envelopes, or are we talking about a ballot? Because there shouldn't be any ballot that's not countable, that's approved. So again, I want to make sure we're not talking about, like we changed the rejected one, saying a ballot that is found not to be countable by the tabulating equipment, but, will be facsimile. So I'm not sure what an uncountable ballot is.
Ballot that can't be counted.
You see what I'm saying? No, we don't have any ballots that are not ballots. All ballots, if they've been if the voters have been approved, all ballots should be counted. Because then they're a facsimile. So does this mean uncountable ballot
Well, what if
envelope?
they've marked like 2 people for the same election?
Then you
can't count that.
facsimile it.
Okay.
Because you facsimile what's readable.
All right, got it.
Yeah. So I mean, there really are what I call
There are no uncountable
uncountable
ballots.
ballots, just like there aren't any rejected ballots. Mm-hmm.
Why don't you get rid of the category?
Uncountable ballots. I maybe you can ask Barbara on that one, but I think maybe that was a term used before that
Yeah.
wasn't clear. I don't know. I'm
Ambiguous.
so check with Barbara on that. I'm not sure what that means. And if it does
Unicorns.
mean envelope, well then we can add the word envelope there, but I don't know. So I'm going to say question envelope. We don't have any ballots that have been certified, or I mean, voters that have been certified to have done it properly to not have the ballot counting. Okay, vote by mail. An alternate ballot delivery system where ballots are mailed to eligible voters. Vote by mail systems contrast to poll-based voting, where ballots are distributed to various polling locations. Voters may turn in their ballot envelope in one of 3 ways: to a secure drop box, through the mail with the U.S. Post Office, or to an accessible vote center.
To a secure drop.
Oh, Dropbox.
Yeah, we say secure drop box. Good.
And can I also add on that first line, it says an alternate ballot delivery system where ballot packages
There we go.
are mailed to eligible voters.
That's good. Ballot packages
So
are mailed.
ballots-
Because we have been using the term ballot packages. Vote by mail systems contrast to poll-based voting where ballots are distributed to various polling locations.
What is this number 3? All 3 into an accessible vote center?
Their ballot envelope,
You don't
voters
need
may
the in.
return, their ballot envelope in one of 3 ways: to a secure drop box,
Get rid of in.
through, why don't we just say, instead of through the mail with the U.S., why don't we just say through the United States Post Office?
Yeah.
No.
You want to leave mail in there?
Yeah, because this is vote by mail.
Okay, that's good. That sounds good. Through the mail, by, not with, say by the U.S. Post Office. And 3, take out in and say to an accessible vote center. Okay.
Yep.
Can I suggest that we add a term, ballot packages?
Oh, definitely. Okay.
Oh, this is not alphabetized now. This is bad.
You'll have to stick it in where it belongs.
Did you have a definition for ballot packages, or are you just throwing that out just now?
I'm just throwing that out now because we've
Ballot
talked
packages.
about it. Yeah.
Okay. So the ballot package, well, we should say the ballot package includes the ballot, the secrecy envelope, a return envelope,
Yep.
instructions. Okay.
And a postage stamp.
No, it's not postage.
Oh, Frankie. Oh, no.
Okay, so ballot packages, we're going to say sent to every registered voter.
I think we should let Barbara write that definition.
Well, let's give her a quick draft and she's good. Sent to every registered voter. Period. The ballot package includes a ballot, secrecy envelope, return envelope, and instruction sheet. That's a starter, I think.
Barbara can,
For the secrecy envelope, can we say secrecy envelope with sticker?
With
It
what?
has a I voted sticker.
Oh, yeah.
those
Oh,
are
we're not going to say
so
with sticker. Why don't we say
unnecessary.
secrecy envelope, I voted sticker?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say that. All right.
Secrecy envelope with I voted sticker?
No, put a comma after envelope and just say I voted sticker, because they really,
So that's a separate
Well, it
item.
is. No, it's on
It's
the.
attached.
It's attached. To
oh, that's
the-
right, it's on that. Okay,
It's on
got
that
it.
sort of
Got it.
waxy
I forgot about that. With I voted sticker. Okay. Return envelope and instruction sheet.
I voted in inverted commas. I voted in inverted commas, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, we could do I voted in quotes, yep. Okay.
Return envelope and what?
Return secrecy envelope with I voted sticker.
Yep.
Return envelope
And
or ballot return envelope. Let's use that. What did we use? Did we use the word ballot return envelope?
We should.
We have ballot envelope.
We've got to be consistent.
You know what? I think maybe then we should change on page 16 under where it
gonna
says
say you have
ballot
to back
envelope. We
up.
should say ballot return envelope. Okay, to make that clear, an envelope containing a voted ballot. So that would be and we've used that term, ballot
Yeah.
return envelope. Okay, so we'll say
Whereabouts is that?
on
gonna
page
be?
16.
Yeah.
You're not on page 16.
Yes, I are.
No, you're not. I'm sorry, it's page 18.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't see that. It was too small.
excuses.
Page 18.
I'm going to have cataract surgery, not you.
Well, I am too down the road. So it
Eventually.
should say ballot return envelope.
Ballot return on.
The third one down. I couldn't see that. I'm having a hard time seeing that little number.
Amy went to see a shrink because he's all small.
Sorry.
I'm at that age, where I'm moving my glasses sometimes,
I'm the
trying
same way.
to see what I'm seeing.
I am having
Okay.
surgery.
Okay, so ballot return envelope. Okay, I feel good about that. Okay. I checked off all the things that we had suggested that you added in there. So, like I said, the only thing would be, we have facsimile team. We have a review and resolution team. I really think we should have a definition for accounting team. So maybe you could see if we
See
could
what
put that in
Barbara
there.
did, she concurs
Because
with
we're
that.
referring to it under the review and resolution team, at
Is
the
that
very
the
top.
same as the tabulating team?
That's true.
Because they to tabulate ballots that have been.
So then
turned
let's
to
not say
council.
counting team, let's change this to tabulating team. Okay.
You have a definition for it.
Really, that's what it is. It's a
Which
tab.
one?
Up on the review and resolution team where we say counting team, no, top of that page.
Oh, right here.
Change counting team to tabulating team,
Got it.
because we do have a definition for that.
Where
Thank you.
is that? Okay,
Up
Just a
here,
minute.
we're changing counting
Okay.
to tabulating.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. Well, maybe after the 8th time we'll have everything consistent.
And this is great. It hasn't been updated in a long time.
I know. Well, since
It's safe to change it.
I think it was updated when I first came on the commission, which was,
It was a while ago.
I think, what are they, 3-year terms? Mm-hmm. I think this is my 3rd time, so at least maybe 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago.
Why didn't you fix it all then?
Yeah, I know.
Because we weren't doing vote by mail.
I was working then. Okay.
Talking about that, look at this. See this cool little thing?
What?
Name
See
tag?
this cool little name tag? You could fix them, can't you?
Yeah, look
Make
at
them
this.
all look
I
like
don't have one of those.
Yeah, we can get you.
Okay.
We are going to be making name tags for our accessible vote centers because right now they just have, this, and then mine always turns, no matter
Yeah,
how
mine's
I
always
have
backwards.
it always turns upside down.
It's a
or
secret.
backwards, yeah. And so we had people requesting, just for their first name. So we can get yours on there too.
Yeah, I got a first name one.
We can give you a new one.
I don't have it. I don't think
You'll have
Well, yeah,
three.
with the new,
You'll
with the
have
new.
3.
With
Yeah,
the new.
we
I don't
can
think I
do.
have a picture.
Okay.
Are we done?
So we didn't have too many pages. I was just looking to see how many we had that said okay.
Not to me.
We didn't have too many, but that's okay. A couple were minor. Okay. Okay, the next question is, we should probably meet again. I can certainly meet by teleconference. Makes it a little bit different, but difficult, but I can meet by teleconference.
You can just give me a holler what you're going to do.
So, what do you think? Because you were going to get a couple things for us too, like the fax and the email application stuff. So I don't know, when do we want to meet again? Just give me a time and I will work around my schedule. 'Cause like I said, I'll be out of town.
So
March 19th is the train.
Yes, I wrote that down.
next Wednesday, the 27th, is Ethics and Elections Committee. So that probably is not going to be a good time.
Okay.
Fridays also are not going to be a good time. Barbara is going to be preoccupied with work sessions and
Okay.
When is that coming?
March 19th.
March 19th.
Thank you.
What time?
And-
Sorry, 8 o'clock?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
No.
You said
But I
you're
don't-
going to send us. So.
Yeah, I'll send you the information. And I don't think the training is going to be 8 o'clock here. The
figured.
ABC workers have to go to orientation training. And I don't think you guys would have to go to that one.
No.
Because that has to do with, well, you might want to. It has to do with like SAP and all of the new information for that.
Look, with what?
SAP.
Oh. Which
So for time cards. And,
Yeah, we don't need to go. I don't need to go to a time card
excuse
one.
me.
I don't.
yeah. And
you want this back?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good material.
So do you want to?
Can I discuss with Barbara and then?
Yeah, let me know.
Let us know.
I mean, I'm
It's 2 surgeries scheduled sometime in March.
and just let me know. You know, I'll work around it. I don't really have anything scheduled at this point, but I'm gone.
Yeah, give us a date and we'll see.
I mean, I guess my question would be: are we looking at a week or 2 weeks, maybe?
I think it would probably, if we want all of the changes and then have Barbara's input, if we had 2 weeks, then I could definitely get it done.
Just trying to get a frame of mind.
Okay.
Okay. 2 weeks sounds good sometimes. Okay. All right.
So like March 4th to the 8th?
Okay.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just wait and read my email.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else we need to discuss? I think we're doing good.
I think we're done well.
Okay, so I'm going to, I can't read that over there. What time is it?
2:03.
I'm going to adjourn the meeting at 2:03.